most fish farmers are using the analog dissolved oxygen, the analog sensors. So if you know, analog is those non-smart devices that you have to go into your fish pond and test your water. Now, you can imagine that limits the fish farmer to be on their fish farm pretty much every single day. So you can imagine if they have like a challenge and they have to travel all around, they're unable to necessarily make those changes, whether or not it's turn on the aerators. If they're traveling, they'll have to turn on their aerators 24/7 because water needs oxygen for the fish to survive. So that also now becomes a burden in terms of financially, because most aerators use energy in order for them to work. So through our smart water quality system, we're giving fish farmers that power for them to not only do what they can, but also not be sort of limited to being on their fish farm 24/7. Another innovation is locally produced and sustainable fish feed. We have also planning to partner with fish feed suppliers and also manufacturers, because we understand that importing fish feed becomes very expensive for the fish farmer. They also have to incur those transportation costs from all around, or wherever they're importing from. If it's China or any part of Africa, they have to incur those expensive transportation costs, which in turn make their fish rearing more expensive than it's actually supposed to be. So we have very few fish feed suppliers, and this is something that we've noticed that it cuts on a lot of challenges when these fish farmers have access to this fish feed timely, efficiently, and also affordably. And also circular waste systems in terms of utilizing that fish water, which is really nutritious, as it not only has fish droppings. That water can be very, very sustainable for the plants. So in turn, we have also reduced in terms of fertilizer for these plants, because they're using naturally organic water,